Randy Orton teams up with popular WWE SmackDown superstar LA Knight faces CM Punk. Nia Jax to be fired. Nick Aldis poaches major superstar to SmackDown. Logan Paul's plans on SmackDown. Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair immortalized outside WWE. Randy Orton to bury Roman Reigns. Let's jump right into it. LA Knight faces CM Punk. LA Knight is one of the biggest success stories in modern WWE history. He rejoined the promotion during the pandemic in 2021 at an older age than most stars attempting to rise through the ranks. Despite a few hurdles, he ended up being moved to the main roster pretty quickly. Unfortunately, his run on Friday Night SmackDown didn't start as well as many fans would have hoped. He was rebranded as Max Dupree and served as a manager for Maximum Male Models. However, once Triple H took over the creative direction of the company, he returned to being LA Knight. In the year or so since then, the megastar has become incredibly popular. Some argue he's the most over babyface in the entire company. This led to him battling Roman Reigns for the world title at Crown Jewel 2023. While Knight ultimately came up short against Roman, he is still a key figure in the company. This piece will look at a few stars LA Knight could feud with next in the company once his issues with the bloodline finish up. Who could the megastar battle? Here are 4 feuds for LA Knight in WWE. Number 4, LA Knight versus Logan Paul for the United States Championship makes sense. Logan Paul is a controversial figure. Prior to joining WWE, the Maverick made his mark in various different career paths. From being a social media influencer to a YouTuber to a podcaster to an actor to an amateur boxer, Logan has dabbled in many forms of sports entertainment. He went on to join WWE on a part-time basis. Despite being despised by so many, he has a surprise knack for the industry and picked it up quicker than anybody expected. This success even led him to the United States Championship, a title he currently holds. Given that Knight failed to capture a world title, he could instead focus his attention on the coveted United States Championship. He's yet to hold a proper active title in the company, so feuding with Logan could be just what the megastar needs. Number 3, Randy Orton could clash with Knight. Randy Orton is one of the greatest WWE superstars of the last few decades. He joined the main roster in 2002, and by 2004, he had held his first World Heavyweight Championship. In total, the Viper has held 14 world titles in the company. Unfortunately, Orton was away from television for around a year and a half due to a bad back injury. He made his long-awaited return at WWE Survivor Series, War Games 2023, and is yet to be assigned to an official brand. Given that the Viper isn't officially on Raw or SmackDown yet, a feud with LA Knight is possible. Orton putting the stamp on the megastar by ultimately putting Knight over could mean a lot for the 41-year-old's career and immediate future in the sports entertainment juggernaut. Number 2, the megastar could move to Raw and challenge Gunther. Gunther is arguably the best pro wrestler in the world today. When it comes down to in-ring competition, few are doing it like the Ring General. His success is evident as he is the WWE Intercontinental Champion. Not only is the powerful Austrian the Intercontinental Champion, but he has held the coveted prize for quite some time. He first won on June 10th, 2022, and has continued to keep it to this very day. In total, he's held it for well over 500 days. However, all good things must come to an end eventually, and that includes epic title reigns in WWE. Just like with the Logan Paul entry, given that Knight has yet to win a title, the Intercontinental Championship could be a great one to capture. Ending Gunther's undefeated streak would only add to the moment. Number 1, CM Punk and LA Knight could have incredible promos in WWE. Randy Orton wasn't the only star to return at Survivor Series, War Games 2023. After almost 10 years away from WWE, CM Punk made his highly anticipated comeback at the massive premium live event in Chicago. Needless to say, the fans went nuts for the former world champion. The straight edge superstar then appeared on Monday Night Raw. He addressed the WWE Universe and his return, but no official first rivalry was revealed. The key takeaway, however, was that the former world champion wasn't back to make friends, but instead to make money. If he and World Wrestling Entertainment wish to make money, a match with LA Knight could be the way to go. The two could have incredible segments jousting back and forth on the microphone before ultimately settling their beef in a ring at a major show. Nia Jax to be fired. Nia Jax's recent remark appears to have riled up WWE fans as many have come forward to bash her. The said comment was about former women's champion Ronda Rousey, with Jax stating that Rousey was sent to a lesser company by her real-life best friend, Shayna Baszler. For those unaware, the baddest woman on the planet exited WWE in October this year, following which she surprisingly made an appearance for ROH. She teamed up with Marina Shafir to defeat Billy Starks and Athena. It was later confirmed that Ronda Rousey's appearance was a one-off thing, and that she hadn't signed a full-time deal with ROH, a sister promotion of Tony Khan-led AEW. In a recent interview, Nia Jax praised Shayna Baszler and credited her for sending Rousey to a lesser company. Baszler defeated Rousey at SummerSlam 2023, which also happened to be the latter's last WWE match before her exit. As expected, fans were quick to take note of Jax's comments and came out in droves to share their opinions. Many users blasted Nia Jax, with others pointing out how successful Rousey had been in WWE compared to the former. A few months back, in an exclusive chat with Sportskeeda Wrestling's own Bill reveal after Nia Jax spoke about competing with Rousey inside the squared circle. She mentioned that the former UFC World Champion was quick to learn the ropes, which is why she went on to achieve the success that she did inside the ring. No, because I think when she got in the ring in the beginning, she really got a love for it. She's very athletic, she picks it up very quickly. I have wrestled Ronda before. She's very tough. I was her first singles match, said Nia Jax. Jax and Rousey's most memorable match took place at Money in the Bank 2018, which was interrupted by the then MITB holder Alexa Bliss. It now remains to be seen if the two will ever get the chance to battle it out again in the ring to settle their differences once and for all. What do you make of Nia Jax's comments about Ronda Rousey? Nick Aldis poaches major superstar to SmackDown. It has been an incredible week for WWE since CM Punk returned to the company at the Survivor Series Premium Live event. The moment has become the most social moment in history. However, Punk wasn't the only star to return to WWE at the PLE. Randy Orton also made his comeback and is now set to be part of SmackDown tonight, giving GM Nick Aldis an exciting opportunity. The 14-time WWE champion has a bone to pick with the Bloodline after it was Roman Reigns' stable that sidelined him for 18 months following their attack back in May 2022. Orton settled his issues with Jey Uso on Raw, but could now be looking to make an example of the remaining members of the group while Reigns is absent. Randy Orton has never crossed paths with Solo Sikoa, and since the Viper is currently a free agent, he can set up a match against the Street Champion at the Royal Rumble next month. In order to run this program smoothly, SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis can poach Randy Orton to the blue brand. Solo Sikoa has been very protected over the past year, and it could have been done to prepare him for this feud with Randy Orton. The duo can cross paths on SmackDown tonight and face each other at the Royal Rumble. The creative team can use this angle to eventually set up Orton versus Reigns for a later date. Roman Reigns isn't expected to be part of the Elimination Chamber in Australia, but he could be present for the Saudi Arabia shows, which could be where the Viper strikes. Sikoa was added to the Bloodline last year, several months after Orton's injury, so the Apex Predator technically has no issue with Sikoa. But since he will step up to defend the Tribal Chief, Orton will be forced to go through the Enforcer. Do you think Randy Orton should be drafted to SmackDown? Logan Paul's plans on SmackDown. Logan Paul called out the former WWE United States Champion, Rey Mysterio, right after Paul defeated Dylan Dennis in a boxing match. However, when the Maverick challenged Rey, the master of the 619 was in a brewing feud with Bobby Lashley. Following Paul's challenge, Mysterio took him on at the Crown Jewel 2023 Premium Live event and lost his United States title to the Maverick. However, it is possible that the Almighty might come looking for the lost opportunity. Considering Logan Paul has gathered the attention he needed as a heel, Bobby Lashley can turn babyface before WWE books a high-profile heel versus babyface match. In fact, WWE can book a match where Lashley turns babyface during the match and refuses to use any brass knuckles or other weapons to defeat the current United States champion. On the other hand, Lashley can remain as a heel and use every weapon and sinister method available at his disposal to defeat the Maverick. Lashley may believe that the United States title match at Crown Jewel 2023 was supposed to be his, and Logan Paul swept in midway. As a result, he has come looking to challenge the current champion for what should have been rightfully his. After securing the victory at the Crown Jewel 2023 Premium Live event, Logan Paul was possibly taking the United States title belt everywhere, and he uploaded photographs of him sleeping beside the belt as well. During his appearance on Jake Paul's YouTube channel, the Maverick revealed that Triple H pulled him aside to relay an important rule about WWE belts, and he has not abided by it. Just because the WWE, they did say that I can't defend the belt. When I won the belt, they said, "Lat, I swear Triple H," he came up to me, he said, "Logan, congratulations on the belt." One thing we've been really cautious about here in the organization is making sure our athletes are not in their belts, so if you could just refrain from in your belt, and I gave him my word. Next thing you know, I'm the champion cheeks in this 40-pound piece of metal. You gotta cut all of that out, Logan Paul said. It so happens that there has been no news of whether WWE will penalize Paul for admitting to breaking an important rule. As of now, Logan Paul is yet to return to the squared circle for his next feud. Do you think Bobby Lashley will engage in a feud with Logan Paul? Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair immortalized outside WWE. WWE superstars Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair recently made history outside of the company after breaking a Guinness World Record in esports gaming. Lynch and Belair are two of the greatest female wrestlers to ever step inside the WWE ring. The man and the EST, alongside Charlotte Flair and Shotzi, recently won the Women's War Games match against the Damage Control at Survivor Series 2023. Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair have broken several records in the world of pro wrestling, and it looks like they want to achieve more accolades outside of their profession as well. The duo recently went to the 2023 Esports Awards presented by Lexus, where they teamed up with two game giants, Booga and Golden Boy. They cemented their names in history by playing Pac-Man on a massive 100,000 square foot display, becoming Guinness World Record holders. Before their gaming session, WWE's superstar Bianca Belair was asked how she felt about playing on a massive display to break the record. The EST jokingly replied that she did not have her glasses, but it wouldn't matter because of the screen size, and vowed to break all the records. "I actually really don't have my glasses on today, but the screen is so big that I don't need them. No, I don't need them. I'm ready to break over all the records, Belair said. During a recent edition of Sportskeeda's Wrestling Time Machine hosted by Mac Davis, Bill Apter said that he believes WWE has not found the right storyline for Jade Cargill, and they are probably saving her for Becky Lynch. They haven't found the right storyline for her just yet, but maybe if you really look at it, Jade Cargill hasn't been talked about or used yet at all. Maybe they're saving that lady for Becky Lynch. Fans believe Cargill's first opponent could be either Bianca Belair or Becky Lynch. What the Stamford-based promotion has planned for the former TBS champion's debut remains to be seen. What do you think about the man in the EST making history outside of WWE? Randy Orton to bury Roman Reigns. Randy Orton's return could spell trouble for the bloodline in WWE. The Viper made his blockbuster return at Survivor Series War Games 2023 and then showed up on the following episode of Raw. A major announcement regarding Orton could cause a lot of problems for the Samoan faction on Smackdown. Orton came back at the Survivor Series War Games 2023 Premium Live event and helped Cody Rhodes' team pick up a win in their men's War Games match. He entered the match last and left an impact with some great moves to show fans that he was back with a vengeance. The Legend Killer then appeared on Raw and seemingly forgave Jey Uso for his part in injuring him along with the Bloodline. However, he made it clear that he would take down every member of the Samoan faction. WWE recently announced that the Viper will be heading to SmackDown on Friday night. The news has excited numerous fans who now think that Roman Reigns' faction could be in trouble. Many people believe that the Bloodline will be on Randy Orton's radar on Friday night's SmackDown. He has already sent a warning to the villainous faction, and it will be exciting to see him take down Jimmy Uso or Solo Sikoa on SmackDown. Orton could cause trouble for the Bloodline before he finally gets his hands on Roman Reigns. The two men could have an iconic rivalry heading into the 2024 Royal Rumble Premium Live event. Bob Orton Jr. knows a thing or two about wrestling. His son Randy Orton is close to breaking a monumental record in WWE, and he could come even closer to it by taking down Roman Reigns. Speaking to Sportskeeda Wrestling's senior editor Bill Apter, Cowboy Bob Orton predicted that Randy Orton and Roman Reigns would cross paths in the future. He noted that his son would go after the best of the best in the Stamford-based company, and that could take him to the tribal chief. I'm sure he wants to get in there with the best. Roman, he's tough, so we'll just wait and see what happens. But I'm sure he'll be going after the top spot like he always has, Bob Orton said. Going for the top spot has always been on Randy Orton's radar. He's among the best the Stamford-based company has ever produced, and he could get closer to breaking the record for the most world championships in WWE. Do you want to see Randy Orton dethrone Roman Reigns for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship? Randy Orton teams up with popular WWE SmackDown superstar. Randy Orton made his triumphant return to WWE programming at Survivor Series War Games 2023 this past Saturday. Just days before, Cody Rhodes revealed that Orton would be one of his partners in the men's War Games match, and Randy lived up to the promise. Fans then saw the Viper on WWE Monday Night Raw. However, that won't be the end of their time with the former world champion this week. Randy is set to appear on Friday night SmackDown later tonight. While it isn't clear yet what the former world heavyweight champion will do upon his return to SmackDown, he has made it clear that he intends to take out the Bloodline in the future. If that's his goal, it may be wise for him to unite with the ever-popular LA Knight. Just like Randy, LA Knight has had issues with the Bloodline. He battled Roman Reigns at WWE Crown Jewel 2023 and nearly won the world title. Unfortunately, he lost thanks to interference from Roman's family. Knight has made it his goal to take them out, and now the Viper has a similar plan in mind. The two stars could find common ground in their desire to end the stable and unite, potentially shaking up the company for years. The duo uniting feels very possible. As noted, Randy Orton made his epic return at Survivor Series War Games 2023. He helped Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, and Seth Rollins defeat the Judgment Day and Drew McIntyre. That wasn't the only return of the night, however. The most impactful return of the night was arguably that of CM Punk. He made his first WWE appearance in nearly a decade by showing up at the end of the night. He received a massive ovation from the Chicago crowd. Punk then appeared on Monday Night Raw this week. Another beloved veteran returned at Survivor Series War Game, albeit in a less impactful manner. R-Truth, who had been sidelined for quite some time due to a leg injury, appeared in a backstage vignette promoting Ruffles. Ruffles was a sponsor for the event. Just like with Punk and Orton, R-Truth later appeared on the most recent episode of Monday Night Raw. None of the three stars have an official brand assigned to them on WWE's roster page. However, all three will likely be regulars on television moving forward.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for